Hey, welcome to another edition of What the Fuck Happenings Here. Hi, inmendham and such. Anyway, it's on the inmendham channel anyway. That's where it is. It's where you're watching it. So, did make a video. I think I have to apply a filter. Dangerous images in my videos. But I think first, I think we'll play a little bit of a video. It's not a mystic video, this one, and it's not a thou art that video really either. I do most of the talking in my video, and but I did use these two videos by the mystic and thou art that as contrast to just this fact that, yeah, from the left of me there's absolute nonsense, to the right of me absolute nonsense. So I didn't play any of this video in the other video, so I just thought I would play a few minutes or seconds of it just to get the feel for the just bullshit. I mean, every single inch of it is just layered in crap, meaningless mush. So I don't know where I might have left off. We'll see. We'll see what happens towards the end.
50 years, 100 years from now, if historian.
Okay, so let's see where we are. Volume, I gotta check the volume. It's always a problem with these videos. Volume has to go up. I'm getting echoes, and so I'm trying to be polite to you people. Anyway.
Are still around, they'll look back and say, wow, that science and technology stuff was pretty destructive.
Oh, so a little whine about the fact that, okay, we didn't do the technology thing perfectly, and we were supposed to somehow know how to do it all right because somebody gave us this great guidebook, the Holy Bible. There's no guidebook. Okay, so yeah, we fucked up because there's no instruction manual, no nothing. We had a million parts to put together, and the fact is the human race has done it badly. But it's a bad game to start with. There's nothing good to build out of this erector set. It just makes plague wagons, pretty much. And that's the truth of it.
I don't think that's what science and technology necessarily have to be like. So
yeah, la 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 la. Yes, you can all have it in a magical world where we all know what the fuck we're doing, and then everything's just fine. It's still not going to be just fine, but what are you going to be doing but be motivated by your desire to win? And your desire to win means you have to make losers. So forget it. It ain't going to happen. A little fairy tale is just a fairy tale. We're frickin' microbes with a brain, okay, and that's it. Okay, it's just another tool given to the little parasitic monster that'll go into the world with its big mouth and its ass, okay, and convert everything into shit. And that's what everything on this planet is made to do. Make shit and babies. Period.
That's not really what I'm saying, but just to throw one back at you there.
So he's reading comments, which are just a waste of time. It was even mushier than his mush. So let's just go in here. We'll just give him a fair shot to make sense. But he won't make any.
Realism guiding most modern scientific inquiry, historians of science have argued that the omission of Schelling's nature philosophy from the historiography of 19th century physics.
Well, we could just kill him for that historiography crap. The historiography. Well, anyway, it's just pathetic babble. So enough. Just trying to be a little bit fair. It's just mush. There's absolute nothing about reality in what he's talking about. It's all some fake structure about how it's all meaningful when it's clearly not. Alright. It's all putrid. You know, that there's some good thing happening. Forget it. It's not good. Alright. So, back to my video. And yeah, this should be close enough. Hopefully it won't be too much echo problem. Yeah, but let's see what happens. So, start about there. Clean it up. Put, whatever, shit and barf everywhere, and then just spend the rest of your life All right, so again, I've had this has sort of been a theme, but yes, the only rational conclusion is that you're here to be a janitor, essentially. I mean, okay, there's a huge amount of dysfunction and broken and trash and garbage, and the best thing you can do is just do your share to clean up what you can of it, period. And that's not much of a thing to birth people into, playing the clean up the garbage game. But it's all life will provide, is to clean up the mess you make by being alive. By having your sentient vulnerability, you just make a mess. And then something has to clean it up. So we're in a circumstance where there's a ton of organisms in a bad circumstance that we certainly didn't create, but they're all sinking in their boats. And really the only job in town is to go out and, rescue. That's it. Rescue missions. That's all there is. It's the only rational job as things are in the world that exists. Okay. The crap. So, yeah, he's just a giant douche. Alright, so I was making a comparison between, South Park kind of thing. Giant douche versus a shit sandwich. And yes, this is our politics. This is so much of what goes on in the world. It's just this get it wrong and get it wrong for two stupid reasons. Either you're a nihilist, selfish cunt, or you're a bleeding heart, silly idiot who thinks you're going to fix things that are catastrophically broken with your wishful thinking. I'll just wishfully think on it. If I wishfully think, poof. Wishfully thought. I wishfully thought, therefore I fixed it. And those are the two idiots. Morons, whatever. Capacity to acquire knowledge, process it, they have a skill. Right, so I sort of making a point that maybe that would at least be something to do. Maybe you could fix the democracy a little bit by not letting the complete morons vote. Okay, I mean having some standard of competency. Be good at something before we let you vote. I mean, just prove that you can do something, that you have some connection to understanding what the difference between productive and destructive is, even. And obviously there maybe should be bigger penalties for, if you've got too many speeding tickets, maybe you shouldn't be a voter. That kind of thing. I think I already did that. Yeah, so we'll jump ahead a little. And he's such a cheater. But you're not allowed to test it. Right, so just pointing out how the mystic's a giant douche, partially not only because he says stuff that's just pompous, bullshitty mush. He's full of vinegar water. I mean, it's junk science, you could argue. But he's a coward. He doesn't want to play by the rules, which are, if you're gonna sit there and play in this game of idea billiards, you got to put your pool balls on the table, so to speak. You got to put your ideas in jeopardy. You can't just say my kids are special. You got to throw your kids into the arena and see if they can actually earn what you claim they have earned without doing. Your genetic merit or something. They're meritorious because they came out of me. I'm the mystic. I don't have bad ideas. Yeah, maybe you do. You don't know until you let it happen.
Is just philosophical nonsense.
So I'm saying this crap, like it's philosophical nonsense to sit here and attempt to understand what it means to be alive on planet Earth and understand it as honestly as possible. That's just philosophical nonsense. When, oh, fuck you. It's exactly what your brain is built to do in the first place. It likes solving puzzles. This is the greatest puzzle there is to solve. Why would you sit there and tell people, oh, no, you don't want to play the greatest game in town, which is getting to the truth? Doesn't matter. The truth is just green or blue. No, the truth is horrible, awful torture versus, benign quiet, peaceful, non-torture, untorture. Delusional people in the nut house, just grabbing fake things that don't. Yeah. So he's basically telling people that's what they should do. They should just be insane, okay, live an insanely disconnected life, just be a loony in the loony bin, happily rearranging shelves that don't exist or something, dusting whatever, ornaments that don't exist, fuck that. I don't think he'd sentence himself to live that life.
But outside it just making logical, scientific sense, it's no better than...
So besides the fact that it's accurate and the truth, it's no better than. I mean, it just really is just, that's what makes him such a goddamn douche. I mean, jeez. I mean, not only is it shit, but it's douchey shit. Oh, God. It's just so... How could somebody say something so stupid? I mean, it's not like it's not ignorant. It's stupid. The laments and the screams have real meaning. They're real consciousnesses going through real experiences, and they can either have good experiences or bad experiences. Right. So there obviously is something on the table we're playing for. We're playing for what the welfare of sentient brains on planet Earth. That's the game we're in. Okay, we're part of it. We're one of the brains. So yes, it matters how you feel, but obviously you can't trump somebody else's feelings. You can't claim yours are so much more important than theirs. Just write winner over them and take a picture of it and then say, here's a picture. Yeah, so I'm just talking about the fact that he will not go to battle. He won't do what one of these shit talkers, me, any shit talker, to anybody talking ideas, should be willing to have their ideas tested. Come on. You shouldn't be subjected to cheaters who Photoshop your ideas or people who do all kinds of, shenanigans with ideas. But come on, straight up arguments against and for, come on. Yeah, you've got to be able to survive that kind of battle. And if you're not willing to do that, yeah, you're a giant douche. Of you. And then 6 hours later, you're going, ow, ow, ow. Just doing a little psychology stuff, explaining how it is kind of what I have learned in my life experience is that can be huge delays between the trauma, neurological excitement, and what your body makes out of it. That is, what kind of juice it squirts into your veins in terms of what's going to give you a mood or an attitude or a perspective. And that this is the battle of not, this is how you try to fight depression and fight these things, is to understand that it's not about where you are right now. It's about where your body was 10 hours ago that's affecting your mood now, that kind of stuff. And that you have to kind of safeguard your psychology from just allowing those spirals of bad chemistry to consume your agenda. Blah, 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 blah. So, what the fuck are you doing? You can't live here. It's my house. Right, so I had a couple of dreams that were kind of, but you learn from them, right? So I did a little talking about dreams, and it's all part of how the brain works and practicing and all of that crap. And they are revealing in some sense about certain vulnerabilities you might have that your brain is trying to strengthen you by pushing your buttons and helping you prepare for tomorrow. I'm aggrandizing my dilemma. Okay, so a little bit of talk about, yes, everything can be turned into shit in the sense I can turn my own motivations, which I would argue that my brain is rightly motivated to do something about this suffering problem. But in the process of doing that, I'm also playing this game of competing ideas and, personality battles even, and so there's all a bunch of little games in the big game in terms of motivating elements or fun parts, you could argue. Yeah, if we're playing a sport, right, there could be parts that are fun, like, you do your little, like soccer or something, you're kicking the ball around and you fool the other guy, and but you don't score a goal, but yeah, you fooled the other guy, and so that's a little contest. So there's a little mini contest in the big contest. It's not just about winning the game, it's about winning the little battles and these different little things, like you look more stylish, or you got the ref to think the other guy committed a foul when he didn't. There's all kind of sub games that you can feel good or bad about your performance in, that are motivating you to keep playing the game. You might not be about the goals. You might just be about the little crap in between. I'm doing the try thing, and again, in the context of did I do or did I do not do? Right. So the old Yoda thing is an old priceless piece of crap, in my opinion. Is the just recognizing that we can't just sit around and say, "Well, I hope and I wish and I'm trying." When you got to know in the context that there really is nothing. There's winning this war or losing the war, and that's what's going to happen. And so, talking in the middle of the war about how, giving it my best shot. So what? Because in the end, all it's going to matter is whether we win or lose. So whatever you do, you got to be aware of. You can't squander some chance you got to play the trumping card. The card that'll win the game. And yeah, I probably did not do. Right. And that's bugging me. Yeah, but whatever. So, yeah. So I think it's a pretty good video. Blah, blah, blah. I think it mixes the metaphors correctly and sufficiently, let's just say, interestingly enough, to make it a video and such. So we'll leave it at that. Yeah. I think I did my job. And so I will say, yeah, that's good enough. So I'll try again next time and such. That's what I'm supposed to do, is try. Because trying does lead to doing. I mean, doing will probably have try in it. So I guess I shouldn't mock trying. Because obviously, to get to the actual doing thing, you certainly have to go through the trying part. You do have to try to get to win. In most cases, anyway. I guess there are some things you can win without trying, but just as a general theme, you have to try to win. And but trying isn't enough. Because you do have to win. Because there's so much at stake. Anyway, so enough of the video. So till the next time and such, and so forth and whatnot. Yeah, it's kind of the wrong image for this channel, but whatever. It's close enough. Balancing, there's balance in these subjects and all that kind of crap. There we go. That's a better way to end. And such. So, till the next time and such. Slide out of here. Oh, but I'm still there. Well, it's just an old shadow of me. My former self and such. Yeah. Long time ago. Well, anyway. I really been trying a long time and I haven't done the do thing yet. So it is not good. But anyway, till next time and such.